Welcome to Extras, part of the Drag Me to the Movies podcast. My name is Joe.
I'm Ned.
And in this one, we're going to have a little bit of a sobering episode, and we're going to talk about Sam Neill. If you haven't been paying attention, Sam Neill recently passed. And, I remember him from certain films, but I think, I know, Ned, you were pretty impacted by the news when this happened.
Yeah,
So I think you're the one that recommended we kind of do a little bit of a remembering his filmography and kind of talk about some of those films that have a spot in your heart, and maybe some ones that you haven't seen that we can maybe watch together.
yeah, for sure. Um,
So Ned, let me start off with this. So
sure.
Sam Neill, what impact has Sam Neill had on you overall?
Well, I mean, Sam Neill he's just a great actor. He puts himself into the roles. I think he does a great job of embracing where the characters should really go, and he does a good job at it. Um, I mean, he's obviously been part of some of like one of the biggest movies that impacted my life, and it's in my top 4 on Letterboxd is Jurassic Park.
Right.
So just for that movie alone, I feel he's definitely made an impression on me. Maybe not nearly obviously to the level like Robin Williams when we talked about him and his movies, but I've seen plenty of Sam Neill's movies, and I'm sure there's still plenty more for me. I've identified a handful of those as well that I wouldn't mind kind of getting into. And
Mhm.
there's one in particular that I have on my list that I don't remember seeing it, but I'm pretty confident I did. So I'm kind of on the
Okay.
fence of whether or not I actually saw it. And
Well, we may have
that's
to
one that
watch it just so you
has
can figure it out.
him and Robin Williams in it, the
Oh.
Bicentennial Man.
Oh, okay. I have not seen it, but I want to.
Yeah.
So we should
So
add it to the list.
yeah, we definitely should look to potentially hit that one up soon.
Yeah. So yeah, so my big introduction, at least from a putting Sam Neill on my road or on my map, I should say, is Jurassic Park for sure.
Hmm.
With his acting as Dr. Alan Grant. um he did a fantastic job, in my opinion, playing that uh inquisitive, science guy, but also like very compassionate and passionate about dinosaurs. And
Yes. Yep.
I think he played a great, like, in the whole, encompassing of the financial side of like having a dinosaur park for, and the greed that goes there, to the greed of like the computer science side of it, and the greed, the greed between the proprietary science that helps, replicate the dinosaurs and stuff. He was that nice neutral. You wanted to see him, you know, thrive. And you as a child, at least I was just as excited as Sam Neill was when he got to see them for the
Hmm.
first time, when that
Right.
helicopter flies in and stuff.
Well, they're driving up in
And
the Jeeps and they see the Brontosauruses or whatever they're.
right, right. And so yeah, so I mean, that itself is a huge impact on me, especially I feel like anytime a film like that makes an impact on a younger mind, I feel like it sticks with you
Hmm.
more. At least it has with me, for a lot of films that, I was brought up with. So um yeah, I mean, as I said, I don't necessarily have the appreciation for his filmography as much as you do. But yeah, I definitely understand that he was a big player in people's lives,
Hmm.
so
For sure.
yeah. So Ned, you prepared a list of films, right, that you've
Hmm.
seen.
Yes.
So why don't we start with there? What's a film that you feel like I need to see? That kind of diverges away from the Jurassic Park feel.
Okay, so you're looking for that. I would kind of go, and I know I've mentioned a couple of his to you, but one that I think kind of heads down a little bit of a horror vibe, but not quite too far, in my opinion. Like, there's some extravagant things on there, but it's a little bit more, I guess, Stephen King styled horror. There's a movie that's called In the Mouth of Madness. Have you ever heard of it?
I've not, but I have IMDb up, and I have a Sam Neill in a straight jacket staring at me real crazy,
Yes.
and it intrigues me. So yeah, I have not seen it, but that's very interesting.
Yeah, so essentially, this quick synopsis of that one is he's hired to track down an author that has these series of books that kind of heavily influence people, kind of drives them to a state where they might even murder people. Um, and this author is working on his last book, and he's hired to try and find him, get the book, and all this stuff. And it's got some twists and turns and things going on in there that I think it kind of comes together as a very nice balance of things. And it kind of has Sam Neill go from, a very serious, logical, kind of almost uptight, egocentric type individual to where he kind of just falls apart into a madman, ends up in a straitjacket. And um, there's a scene at the very end that I know I've seen in other meme type usages of it where he's kind of sitting in a theater eating popcorn, just laughing his ass off. And yeah, that's what that's from.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely just from that screenshot, intriguing for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, it's a good one. Another that I have mentioned to you, maybe not in the best way for you, but I mentioned that Event Horizon is kind of like the Hellraiser in space. Um,
Right.
that movie, I think you would probably enjoy more than Hellraiser. Um, I don't know if you're willing to go there,
I mean, I
but
was willing to go to Hellraiser, Ned. I think I can do this one too.
I think it would be a good conversation, number one, to have you watch it, get your thoughts on it, and then we can do the kind of comparison between Hellraiser and Event Horizon and see what you think of the two, if you find it better, not worse. I think it'd be a good conversation at least.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down.
Nice. There's actually I took time to watch it last night because I forgot about it. But there was a made for TV movie that I remembered from my childhood. Uh, but it's essentially King Arthur and Merlin. It's a series called Merlin. Um, I think it's
Oh, I
currently
forgot about that
available.
show.
It's currently available on Amazon Prime. I went back and watched it. And aside from like some janky CGI characters from the time, obviously it's like I think 94, 98, somewhere within that range. Um, I felt it was still good. Sam Neill did his part very well and has a decent story to it. So yeah, it also has a. Remember Martin Short's character a little bit, but seeing him in that movie, like I really appreciate how Martin Short was used there, especially like when you compare him to his appearance in Treasure Planet, and how wacky and kind of off the wall he is there. This is kind of a lighter version of that and a little bit more appropriate, I feel.
Gotcha.
So you said you have seen Merlin?
I did a long time ago, but I don't think I saw it with intent. It was more of like on in the background.
Gotcha.
But I do remember that being a thing.
Nice. So another one from
Um,
my childhood I'm going to
okay.
throw out there is The Jungle Book. That one was from
Hmm.
the 1994. Did you ever see that one?
I have.
Yeah. He plays the father. And I felt he did a decent job there. And I really enjoyed that movie growing up. So definitely another one.
Yeah, I feel like as we're going on, I'm realizing I've seen Sam Neill in a lot more than what I thought.
Okay.
And I think it's because my brain just filed him away with that hat and
Right.
like
He's the Jurassic Park guy.
in the denim jacket, your denim shirt or whatever.
Uh huh.
And that's just what I remember him as.
Right.
Um and yeah, like so there's oh yeah, he was in that or oh, like The Hunt for Red October.
Mm hmm.
Like
Yep.
that's one of my favorite films and I
It's
forgot he
on
was
my
in it.
list. Yep.
You
Another one
know,
I would say Escape Plan. I don't know if you ever seen that one with
I have not.
Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's a more
I have
recent-ish, I guess. Not like super recent, but definitely within I think the last
2013.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
But
hell, I even didn't realize that it was him, but he played, Inspector Chester Campbell on Peaky Blinders.
yes.
Um,
Yep.
yeah, and, like, I kinda really liked his arc in that show, like, he
You
was a
fell in
great
love with the
villain, in that
Yep.
film. In a film, or if not film, but in that show, in a show full of villains, he played a good villain. you know,
Mhm.
um. So yeah, I just man, like I said, I think I've just typecasted him so hard, and I just remember him as he was, as Dr. Grant, that my brain doesn't want to like relate him in any other film.
Yeah, and
Uh,
that it
yeah,
happens.
yeah.
But I'm happy to hear that you're slowly recalling some of the things you may have seen
I
in
am.
that
I'm
movie.
getting there. I'm getting
Yeah,
there. Keep it going, Ned. Keep it going. Keep unleashing the Sam Neill inside of me.
sure. Well, this is one I don't know if it would be on your radar, but it was for me heavily. It only got one season. It's a series known as Alcatraz. If I remember correctly, it was on ABC, and it had Sam
Hmm.
Neill. I can't remember the actress's name, but Hurley from Lost was in it. Um,
Oh,
and I was really into what they were doing with that show. The premise was that I think, if I remember, it's like 30 years or so later, and all of a sudden, like former inmates of Alcatraz are now in the future. Um, and like there's this weird mystery going on like how this is even possible, and it felt like Lost. It had I want to say J.J.
hmm.
Abrams was a writer or
Yeah. I
producer.
I was just gonna say this has J.J. Abrams stink all over it, but
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
But
it does. It's
I
him. Yeah.
absolutely loved what they were doing with it, and I was so sad when it didn't get renewed. I even had a blog that I started that might be floating around out there of some of my thoughts on some of the episodes before I heard it was being canceled.
All right. So let me ask you this:
Mhm.
Should I watch it, or am I just gonna be as sad as you are when it's over?
At this point, I don't think it's worth it knowing that it didn't get a continuation. I don't feel like the first season was gratifying enough of an ending. So just for that reason alone, I think I would not recommend it.
Okay. Did they leave it clearly ready for another season and it just didn't get greenlit, or?
That's my recollection. Now it's been a few years. But
Yeah, that's fair.
yes, yeah,
Okay.
I was a very sad boy.
Okay.
So, all right. Another one that's kind of if you're in the horror, you're probably aware of it. If you're not, this is one that's a very odd movie, but it's called Possession. I don't know if you've heard of this one.
Mm, I'm really into horror, but I've never heard of that one.
Oh, are you?
You get it? The joke.
Yeah, it's pretty much a woman who's going through some weird things, and her husband's trying to keep tabs on her and stuff. uh it goes a very weird place. But yeah, it's a good one if you're into horror. So I definitely recommend checking it out. Another one for me that's kind of fun. There's a movie called Daybreakers. I don't know if you've heard of that one.
I have not.
So Daybreakers is kind of this like almost semi-futuristic movie where vampires have kind of taken over the world, and there's kind of a scarcity of blood, and they're trying to find like a solution to feed the problem, which in a roundabout way they end up finding a cure to vampirism. And yeah, it's decent. It's got Sam Neill, it's got Ethan Hawke, it's got William Dafoe, and yeah, it's just kind of a fun little movie. Nothing too serious though.
Okay.
And then yeah, the only other one I kind of want to draw attention to is like you see him in some of these movies, and there's definitely plenty more I need to see that I haven't. But he had his part to play as the stage actor as Odin in Thor Ragnarok, and I think he was also in Love
Hmm.
and Thunder as well. Um, so yeah,
I didn't even know that he played Odin. That's
yeah,
crazy.
he wasn't shy to do some of those smaller parts too. So I always respect
Wild.
actors that do that. Yeah, those are all the ones I've seen. Um, that I was going to call attention to. Do
Okay.
you have any additional ones that I missed?
I don't. I don't. I
Okay.
looked through and there's not much. else that I remember. Okay, so you did say there were some that you did not see
Yes,
that
like
you think might be worth exploring either for the podcast or on your own. So do you wanna go through some of
yeah,
those with me?
I have 5 of them. So
Okay.
the first one for me, I don't know if this would be one for the podcast or not, but it's called Dead Calm. It
Okay.
just looks interesting to me. It doesn't look like it's anything stellar, but it has a decent cast. Nicole Kidman's in it. Billy Zane. Um, looks like it's something that takes place in Australia or around it, um, somewhere, and then they just have this kind of sinking ship situation going on, some
Okay.
survival type stuff going on. So I don't know. It was a kind of one that I found that has like a 3.4 on Letterbox, and kind of looks like something to be up my alley to watch and give a chance. Does it interest you at all?
I mean, based on that, I would say yes, but not like incredibly, if that makes sense. Um,
It's not the top of
but
your
if you
list for priority, is
right,
what you're
if you
saying.
drug me to it, I definitely wouldn't be
Okay.
upset. But
So how
yeah, I
about
don't know that
this?
I'll go
I
seeking it
watch it
myself.
and I'll determine if I recommend it for you.
Perfect.
Okay. Sounds good. The next one I have is one that it looked kind of recent. And it's called Bring Him to Me. It looked like it was available on Amazon Prime, is why I'm looking to kind of give it a chance. Um, I don't know really how to describe it other than it's like in the city, you have a getaway driver type situation going on, and yeah, there's just a crime boss who's looking for someone to be brought to him. So I don't know. It's not as highly rated. It's a 2.7 on Letterbox, but again, any of these little movies like this, I'm willing to give a chance, see if they have anything in there that impresses me.
That's fair.
So
Very
I'm
cool.
assuming that would be in a similar boat for you
Yeah,
as
yeah, I
Dead
would
Calm.
say. Yep.
Okay, that's fair. One that's higher on the rating situation that I have not seen. My wife brought it up the other day because I think they're going to be bringing it back to theaters. Is The Piano? Um, the
I've definitely
synopsis.
never heard of that.
The synopsis on Letterbox has when an arranged marriage brings Etta and her spirited daughter to the wilderness of the 19th century's New Zealand, she finds herself locked in a battle of wills with both her controlling husband and a rugged frontiersman who she develops a forbidden attraction. And it's got a 3.9 for the rating.
Did your wife recommend this one to you because you're the controlling husband?
I don't know if there's subtext there or not. Maybe.
We might need to get her on the podcast to figure that
Well,
out.
we did talk about maybe doing a little movie called Joyride, which I think
That's
she'd be
true.
happy to join us for.
All right,
So,
cool. I'll go ahead and write that down so I remember to ask her how controlling you are.
okay, all right,
You can move on.
good. So the next one is one that has the kid from was it Deadpool 2? The one with Cable. The
Okay.
Hunt for the Wilder People. It has him and Sam Neill, and it's described as Ricky is a defiant young city kid who finds himself on the run with his cantankerous foster uncle in the wild New Zealand bush. A national manhunt ensues, and the two are forced to put aside their differences and work together to survive. This one, I feel it's a 4.1 rating. I feel like this is one we should definitely give a chance.
Yeah, well, even IMDb has it as Sam Neill, known for Jurassic Park and The Hunt for the Wilder People.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like if it's that high up there, then it's probably worth a watch. So yeah, I'm definitely down to watch this one.
Okay. I'm adding that to the list. All right.
Now I
And
will warn
then,
you, Ned. I'm going to warn you. I don't know if you
oh,
saw this. Do you see who the director is?
I didn't catch that. Hopefully, it's not Taika
It's
Waititi.
it is Taika Waititi.
I had a feeling. As soon as New Zealand's involved, I'm like, oh no. Oh
Yeah,
no.
I know you have a mixed relationship, or maybe it's not mixed anymore with Taika. So
I'll give him a
yeah,
chance. I'll like anything anyone does, I'll usually give a chance to see if there's anything redeemable about it. So I'm willing to
yeah.
give it a chance.
Just a side note. I know this is about Sam Neill, but I I'm surprisingly more and more interested in A1 Productions, like what they put out.
A24,
Um,
you mean?
or A24. Yeah. What did I
Okay.
say?
A1 sauce.
Yeah, I really like them on
You
steak,
want some
Ned.
steak?
Oh man, my fat boy is showing. Whew. Uh, yeah, you know what I meant.
Yeah, no, I
Oh
knew what you
my.
meant. That's why I called it out.
Oh wow. All right. I'll stop drilling on my microphone now. But yeah, I'm usually interested in it because I feel like a lot of what they're putting out is breaking the norm.
Hmm.
You know, in a world where
They give a lot of rare
it's a repeat.
movies a chance, and I appreciate
Right.
that.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yes.
sorry. Back to Sam Neill.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I have one last movie, and this one I've heard a lot of good things about it. It's directed by Zack Snyder,
Oh, okay.
but it's not a movie that I would be expected to see as directed by Zack Snyder. It's
Interesting.
called Legend of the Guardians: The Owls of Ga'Hoole.
That's a hell of a title.
It is. I remember seeing a lot of good things about it and hearing a lot of good things. I just never made the time to actually watch it. But the
Oh,
synopsis is when a young owl is abducted by an evil owl army, he must escape with newfound friends and seek the legendary guardians to stop the menace.
yeah. I vaguely remember seeing things about this when it came out, but not much after that.
Yeah.
So I'd be interested. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a 3.2, so it's kind of mid, but I think I'm definitely willing to give Zack Snyder a chance. I usually appreciate and respect the things that he does or takes on.
It's interesting to see him in a animated.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
although although while I have it up in IMDb, it's showing some of the clips from it, like the trailer,
Mm-hmm.
and there's some dark, gritty shit going on in this film, Ned, that kind of screams Zack Snyder.
Yep. Yeah, that's very
So
possible.
so it's there. You gotta look for it, but it's there.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm definitely willing to give that one a chance. Do you want me to screen that one for you or just add it to the list?
Let's add it to the list.
Okay. You got it, sir. All right. So yeah, those are the Sam Neill movies I kind of identified. I don't know if there's any listeners that have additional recommendations. Please let us know on Threads, Facebook, or even in the YouTube comments. I'm always looking for more content to watch. So yeah, it'd be greatly appreciated, and also a great way of remembering the man and what he brought and the work he did for so long.
For sure. Well, yeah. So, if you have any Sam Neill memories or films you'd like to recommend, you can let us know on our socials, which is on Facebook and Threads at To The Movies Pod, and we are on YouTube at The Movies Pod. And yeah, we're also in your, I guess, in your favorite podcast app for the time being as well. So look us up in any of those ways. And yeah, Ned, thanks for opening up and sharing, your memories of Sam Neill and
Of course.
kind of helping jog some memories I had as well.
No problem.
And as well, rest in peace, Sam.
Yes, rest
you
in
will be
peace.
missed. All right, until next time. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.